So, about career readiness and being a professor for the last 13 years, I wrote a post about statistics, and damn lies. And I talk a little bit about my sample or my anecdotal data of being a professor for the last 13 years. For being that role, I constantly use the first day of classes to find out more about my students. And I've been doing this for a very long time. And I always ask about work experience. And the reason why I do that is so that I can draw on their experiences to speak peer to peer about what it's like in corporate America. Because remember, even though my syllabus is all about economics or finance or marketing or entrepreneurship, I'm weaving in the things that impact them outside of the classroom day in and day out. Why? Because my professor that inspired me, Professor Salento, when I was a college student, was someone who had spent time on Wall Street, which was my dream and which I did get to do, and someone who decided to stop working in corporate America because they were raising children and they were teaching. And I loved when she would talk about what it was like to be a professional. So that's been my model, and that's what I've been doing since I started teaching, when I was working at Standard & Poor's, when I was working at McGraw-Hill Education, or I was working at Marsh & McLennan, while I was running my own businesses on the side and doing all of these different things. That's the power of my teaching experience and what I bring to the classroom. And what I've been seeing as I bring to those classrooms is that the work experience and the opportunities that my students are talking to me about are smaller and smaller. Instead of being able to say, well, Timmy, you worked at Bank of America last summer. What can you tell us about being in corporate America? I'm getting less and less in that and more of local jobs, such as, working at Modell's or working in a pizzeria. And that's all great and stuff. And it still ties into work experience, but it's not the resume builder that a summer at Bank of America is. So I kind of wrote this book, the book on career readiness, to kind of help with that transition, to help students. And I really am branding myself as being the college and career readiness expert. And the book that I wrote on career readiness really walks you through what do you need to do in order to get into the professional life, which I'm seeing more and more of my students are missing the boat on. And their colleagues and their older colleagues are also missing the boat on it. So a little bit about my anecdotal data. Not only do I ask them what they do or what their work experience is, but I've started asking them, how many of your friends that have graduated already have full-time work experience? And it's getting smaller and smaller. Of a group of 35, maybe 5 of them will raise their hand to say that their friends or their brother or their sister has a job. So this is something that I take personal, and I'm helping to solve it. The next step, 1234.com, learn with me. Happy hunting.